guys, welcome back to Life Full of Creativity, and in today's video I will be designing this plain white drawers, like these little drawers inside of here. They're this size. It's quite cute, you know. I really am excited to design this. It's quite simple, to be honest, and I can do so many designs. I'm going for a pastel theme this time with a ton of pastel colors, and I am very excited for today's video. So yeah guys, let's get started. So I started off by doing my sketches of what I want on those 3 drawers, and so I went for some simple designs. I went for fruits, so because they have a lot of, you know, pastel colors in there, I planned this whole thing out, and my ideas were to do pineapple, watermelon and strawberry for the drawers, and then the nice like a light blue on the outside. So as you can see, I'm sketching that out. And guys, it's a very important step. It keeps it all organized, and you will at least have an image in your brain of what you will do. And I'm just roughly doing it. It doesn't need to be neat, just, you know, roughly doing it. So now it's for the painting time, the best part, guys, the actual best part. So I just got the colors I chose. I got some yellow, some orange, some dark green and light green, pink and red, and then a blue. And I've planned on starting on the outside. It was called a wooden 3-set drawer, and I'm so excited to paint this, guys. So I decided to start with the background, not with the drawers, because I want to leave the best for last. So the back, to be honest, was quite simple. You just painted one solid color, or you could do anything to it, but I chose to have a nice blue, and we pushed that to a side. We pushed the drawers to a side, and we put some gesso on every single side, guys, because this is a key point. Gesso just gives us a solid like background. It will be easy to paint over, and I really do recommend having white gesso on it. So we just get a nice glob of that and apply it. It is a really thick paint. That's why white acrylic paint and gesso are not the same. With white acrylic paint, you have to go over and over again with several layers, which will just waste your time. That's why with gesso, you just need one strong layer and you should be fine. Just do that with the whole thing, around the whole thing, and you should be good to go, guys. So just let that dry, and we just move on to the background color. So this is like a nice purple blue color, somewhere in between. I did fast forward this. It's really speedy. Yes, it is. Okay. So I just painted this nice bluish purple tone. I really do actually like this color a lot, but you have to paint it many times, like many times around the whole thing, because we need a nice solid coat of this. And I do change it at the end because solid is not what I wanted, but I do all the sides, every single corner, and we just go for it, to be honest. And yeah, so after that we just need to do the rims, which is the bottom part, and we paint that a nice solid color of our choice. But do make sure you add a good amount of paint, because if it's a thin layer, then you can see the wood between it, and you don't want that. And then what I did is I just got this like nice green, and I just painted it because I wanted, like, you know, a nice neutral color thing. And then now it is time for the gesso. Okay, so that's one of the drawers done. Second drawer done. And then for the third drawer, we just, you know, do simple. So the exciting part is coming up now, guys. The bit we've all been waiting for is to paint the actual drawers. So as this one's going to be a pineapple, we need to start off with a nice solid yellow. It can be pastel or it can be bright. I went for nice bright one, because when it dries, it will become a little bit more lighter. So that's why I just went for a nice simple yellow for this one. No gradients, no nothing, just a nice solid yellow. And you make sure to get all the little cracks and pieces on the side as well, because those are important. And now, guys, it is time for the details. So next to the yellow was an orange. I just mixed some orange with a bit of white just to make it a little more lighter. and I'm just making some nice solid lines with these. I would recommend using a different brush, like a thinner one. I did change it after this brush because I realized it wasn't giving me straighter lines, so I changed it at the end. But as you can see, my lines are way more straighter now, and this is the brush I used, which is much more better. So I do recommend changing the brush and using thinner ones. And yeah, guys, that is for the detailing. Slowly put the details in, but make sure it's nice and slow and steady in order to get perfect straight lines, guys. And as you can see, I'm fixing that, and we will be back with all of them done. Would you look at that? Nice, beautiful lines. And all we got to do now, we need to wait for it to dry, and we need to do the eyes. We're going to put faces on all of these little fruits, and I can't wait, guys. So I just got the end of a paintbrush and some white paint. Well, I used the gesso because I don't want to put layers again, but you know, gesso. And I just went over that and over that with the brush, and then I just went again and again, and then I got some nice perfect white circles, and then I put some black dots inside of them for the details inside the eyes. Like again, we're just getting the end of a brush and making the eyes with the brush. Do that on the other eye as well, and the little smiley face, and we are done with our first draw. Okay, so I thought the pineapple looked a little odd without its leaves coming out of it. So what I did was I just got some A4 paper. You don't need A4, just get any paper. And I did some leaf shapes on there with a pencil. I coloured it in green. I did an outline with dark green. And I put some glue on the edge of it and stuck it to the top of this whole thing. It did actually make the thing look way better, so I do recommend that. As you can see, it is right there. I did outline it and everything. I already added glue on there, and I attached it, and now it looked like a really nice pineapple. Now it's time for the box number 2 / drawer number 2. So for the next one, it is the watermelon. It is the watermelon. And I just got this really nice light green color, and I just painted the whole thing. It's just like the other one. Painted it a solid green color. Went back and forth with it. Made sure I got all the edges and the cracks and the pieces and the everything, okay? I am not waffling now, okay? But as we are going on, I am still painting it a light green. I actually like this green. It's quite a nice color. And now it's for the details. The details are not too fancy. It's quite easy actually. You just get a thin brush like you used for the pineapple, get a dark green color, and paint the box / draw a dark green to make it look like the details on an actual watermelon. So as I'm painting that, putting all the details in there possible, and it's quite easy. This one was actually, it was one of the easiest, I think. This one was probably the easiest out of all of them. Yeah, and you just do that to all of it, and as you can see, it already looks like a watermelon. And now we can go to the eyes. I decided to use a brush tip for this one, not the edge of a paintbrush. Is because it's easier and it gets more shaped up, to be honest. So I do recommend the brush actually. But I did the same with the eyes though. I just got the end of a paintbrush and I just made 2 circles inside of each eye, and it turned out amazingly. Very proud, but make sure the white paint does dry in order to use the whole thing. And yeah, so that was quite easy to do, guys. And for the lips, this time I would show you guys me making a smile. You just get the tip of your brush and you dip it in the black paint, and you just make a U shape right between the 2 eyes, and you just go back and forth with the details, and you should get the perfect smile. Just go back and forth, going up and down, and you get the perfect smile, guys. Now it's for draw number 3. So this one is just literally a strawberry. I got a nice beautiful light pink. This is my favorite color, by the way, guys. Pink, baby pink. You just go back and forth with that as well. It's not too complicated, nothing complicated. Just go back and forth with this color, this beautiful, beautiful pink. But I did not leave it there. I did not keep it a solid pink. I decided to do a bit of shading and a bit of a gradient to it. So once I did that, and I didn't really let it dry. You shouldn't let it dry because then you can't mix the two colors between each other. Once you do that, you just get a dark red tone color and you put it on the sides. Let me show you how I did it. So as you can see, I just got a red, I put it to the side, and I just kept tapping it with back and forth with the brush. You just keep adding red to the edges though, not to the middle, just to the corners and the edges. And you just keep mixing it and mixing it with the wet paint you have underneath it. And you should get a really nice gradient. And you just repeat it several times until you get the best gradient that you want. And you do the edges, just like get all the corners done, to be honest. All and every corner. And just keep shading it, keep tapping it until you get the perfect gradient, okay guys? So as I got the perfect gradient that I liked, I finally went in with the seeds. So I just made some points. I did change at the end. I couldn't make the whole seed look so perfect, but what I did was I got the tip of the brush, I made a triangle shape, and then I got the end of the brush and I'm like put in paint and I did it right underneath the triangle shape, and I ended up making perfect seeds. And as you can see, I have already done the eyes and the thing because I needed it to be done. I did need to add the eyes and the lips already in there because I didn't want the seeds to be in the way of them. So I quickly did those and it actually ended up turning out perfectly fine at the end. And so what I needed to do now was just to do the details inside the eyes. Both eyes, and yeah, that's all to it, and we're nearly done, guys. Before I show you the end results, I wanted to do a nice gradient in the back as well, and I know the paint is dried, so what I did was I used that same blue and I just added it on the sides, so I had like the dark blue and the light blue can blend in. So that's what made the gradient actually work for wet paint to be there. And that's how it looks, guys, at the end. I am very proud of how it turned out. I did the sides nicely and everything nicely, and I was so impressed at the end. You don't understand why I was so happy with how it turned out. The gradient was beautiful and everything. This is how it turned out. I'm actually obsessed with it. They're so cute and I can't wait to use these. I loved it. It did take a lot of time and I'm so proud of it. So yeah, guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, turn the post notification bell on, and comment down below if you like what I painted today and if I should do more like this. And so yeah, guys, that's it. To be honest, that's all I have to say. And yeah, guys, remember, stay creative and don't stop smiling. Bye bye.